The Super Bowl champions will be limiting the number of fans allowed in Arrowhead Stadium this season. Hello, I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Kelly Eckerman. The team is saying today it won't be able to give every season ticket member a seat, even if they bought one for the entire season. Len Jennings is at Arrowhead now. And Len, the news is kind of a big blow for fans.
Yeah, Laura and Kelly, this NFL season is expected to kick off right here at Arrowhead on September 10th when the Chiefs take on the Houston Texans. While neither the Chiefs nor the NFL has released any information about how many fans, if any, will be allowed to attend the games, but the Chiefs are trying to make it easy for fans who already bought tickets for the upcoming season. Let's start with season ticket members. Season ticket members who already want season tickets for next season, they don't have to do anything. They'll be eligible for some of the benefits if seats become available for the upcoming season. If you're a season ticket member and you want a refund for this season, call your ticket representative. You'll get a full refund. And if you want season tickets for next season, you could actually get your place back in line, not losing any tenure for next season. You just are not eligible for some of the benefits if tickets become available for this season. If you bought tickets, single game tickets and parking passes for the upcoming season, you're automatically going to get a refund. Now, of course, this is a very fluid situation. The Chiefs are trying to make sure that fans are taken care of if fans or no fans are allowed to attend any of the games. If fans are allowed to attend the upcoming games, the Chiefs said they're only going to allow a certain amount of games where fans can buy tickets for at a time, meaning because things change, of course, a few weeks down the road. So we'll have to wait and see. Reporting live outside Arrowhead, I'm Len Jennings for KMBC 9 News.
The team says all aspects of the game day experience for the upcoming season, including parking, tailgating, food and beverage, and stadium operations, are still being evaluated and will be announced before the start of the season.
Changes at Arrowhead mean some big changes for ticket sales. Tickets for Less in Overland Park reacted fast to the announcement this morning. KMBC 9's Kelly Gibbs has more on what fans can expect.
Here at Tickets for Less in Overland Park, you won't be able to walk through these doors because they're locked and the offices are closed. However, staff are available to answer your questions online or over the phone.
We're absolutely happy to answer questions about what happens with your tickets and when they can expect more answers.
Jen Forrest, Director of Marketing, says all tickets have been voided for the season and will be available for repurchase at a later date that has not yet been set. As part of the company's Fansurance guarantee, all existing orders for tickets and parking passes will be automatically refunded. Customers don't have to take any action. The process is underway now.
The full refund is really important to everybody right now, so that's why we've gone ahead and issued that. Just given the times, we know that getting your cash back right now might be important to a lot of our buyers.
With a lot of unknowns, Tickets for Less is standing by for updates. While no ticket sales are happening on the company's website, refundable deposits can be made to secure first dibs for seats at the game of your choice. In Overland Park, Kelly Gibbs, KMBC 9 News.
Customers who make those deposits online first will have top priority to select seats when tickets become available.
Tuesday was a record-breaking day for the United States when it comes to COVID-19. 60,000 new cases were reported. Florida today reported more than 10,000 alone. It's the highest ever percentage of positive coronavirus tests. That brings the total number of cases reported in the U.S. to nearly 3 million, with many millions more probably infected.
Kansas just reported 717 new cases since Monday. In Missouri, there have been 717 new cases since Tuesday. Now, this is a look at the percentage of positive cases among all tests over the past 2 weeks. In Kansas, 10.2% of tests are coming back positive. In Missouri, it's 4.9%.
As cases increase across the metro, there is new concern that the holiday weekend could cause another spike.
KMBC 9's Emily Hallwick spoke with health officials on both sides of the state line, and she's joining us now live from a testing site in Independence.
Yeah, this has been another busy day at this testing site here at the Trails West branch of the Kansas City Library. So an increased demand in testing has led to a backlog when it comes to processing all those tests and also reporting the results. And health directors on both sides of the state line say that they're worried the holiday weekend could make things even worse.
More cars here means more tests heading to labs.
The time between a test and the result, and then the time between the result and it being reported to us, is getting worse.
Kansas City, Missouri Health Director Dr. Rex Archer says the city has been using private labs to try to speed up results, but
They don't always know how to report effectively to public health. They don't always capture the right data that we need.
he says that's affecting the city's reporting, and
In some cases, by the time we find out about a case, it's actually past the point of which we could intervene to stop the spread of the disease.
the issue crosses state lines. Last week, Johnson County, Kansas reported a backlog of 1,500 tests.
And there's just a limited number of laboratories with a limited number of capacity.
The county's health director says the labs are adjusting to meet heightened demand, but the holiday will be a true test.
Based on feedback from them, we expect them to be ready to take those samples and for us to be able to get those results on time.
Both health directors said that they think it'll take about 2 to 3 weeks to see the impact that the holiday weekend had on the number of cases in our area. Reporting live in Independence, Emily Hallwick, KMBC 9 News.
And they also say it will take weeks to see if the mask mandates are having an effect on the number of infections.
In St. Louis, a surge in testing is creating a massive backlog in COVID-19 results. Thousands of people are being tested daily at clinics and hospitals around the area. One doctor says the delay is coming from labs like Quest, who handles results for testing sites around the area.
And now they're just completely overwhelmed. We're doing over 1,500 tests a day, just us. And so many, several 100% increases.
Some people are waiting closer to 10 days to get their results. Doctors say anyone who's been tested but has not gotten their results needs to self-quarantine for the safety of those around them.
The mayor of New York City is announcing students there will return to their physical schools 2 or 3 days a week and then learn online the rest of the time. Now, the city was once considered the U.S. epicenter of the virus. New York City's public school system with 1.1 million people is so by far the nation's largest. Meanwhile, President Trump is now threatening to withhold federal dollars from schools that don't reopen this fall. Taking to Twitter, the president argues that countries including Germany, Denmark, and Norway have reopened schools with no problems, though those countries do have significantly lower infection rates. The president did not immediately say what funding he would cut off.
Dozens of COVID-19 cases have now been linked to a Missouri summer camp. The outbreak linked to the K2 camp of Camp Kanakuk outside Branson. 82 positive cases, including campers and counselors. Nearly 5,000 campers have gone through the camp sessions already this summer from 10 different states. As part of its coronavirus plan, they took temperatures and wore masks. There were also extensive cleaning of the facilities and social distancing was required. Supplies of personal protective gear are running low again. A national nursing union is concerned that gear has to be reused, while another doctor says their offices have been closed because they can't get masks and other supplies. When the crisis began in March and April in hotspots such as New York City, the situation was so desperate, nurses turned plastic garbage bags into protective gowns.
United Airlines will lay off nearly half of its U.S. workforce. The airline is sending layoff warnings to 36,000 employees. The company says it hopes to offer early retirement to many instead. The measure would take effect on or shortly after October 1st. Now, United cannot lay off workers before then as a condition of the $5 billion in federal payroll aid it's been receiving since spring.